Kenya playing in their red kit and Morocco to receive in their second shift, and they will be in the white and green shift to receive the kickoff, playing from the right to the left first half. So Morocco with the wind at their, rather Kenya with the wind at their back in the first half, and how important will that be as well? So all set now for the start of this encounter, and Zam, I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to this one.
Absolutely, this is the importance of African rugby. African rugby has been developing a lot. We've got a significant wind. You can see the flags are blowing. This is what rugby is about. This is African rugby, Johan. This is the Gold Cup.
It is Kenya that gets us underway. Kinyangi with the deep kickoff to get this match started, but well dealt with by Morocco early on, and waiting now for the first touch for Himadushi was crucial in the game against the points for them, and there's the first touch for Himadushi. Decides to send the ball downfield. He doesn't find touch on this occasion, and immediately it's Kenya with an opportunity to run the ball inside the half of this Moroccan side. Darwin Kinyangi there taking the ball into contact. Now it's Coleman Were, the man making his debut, gets the offload away nicely. This is a promising start for this Kenyan side. Opting to go blind, Kinyangi with a long pass over the top into the hands of Anya. Ball to ground inside the 22-meter area of this Moroccan side. Advantage is being played for Kenya. And it's a great first touch here for this Kenyan side as they've made their way to inside the Moroccan 22. Kinyangi with the end of possession again and a nice little switch. And Kenya moving ever so closer forward to the try line, but eventually the ball lost forward and the referee will bring play back. It looks like it was forward. And decision time now for the captain of Kenya.
Great start there by Kenya. Kenya showing their physicality, showing that even though the Moroccans are coming into those rucks and ready to contest them, they're going to be as physical as possible, looking good with ball in hand. Definitely the message that has gone out to this Kenyan side, that ball in hand, running, strong, aggressive, and putting their stamp on their game, on this game early on, is what they're looking for.
Samson on solid, and man, all out into touch, so immediately and they want to score tries. The line out on the 5. And Coleman Were on the first throw in. And it goes deep, but it lands in the hands of one of the Moroccan players. Some relief for Morocco as Madouche goes back into the pockets. Not out of the woods yet for this Moroccan side.
One thing we talk about frequently is going for your points. It's early in the game. Get the points on the board. Settle down. An interesting decision made by Kenya there, possibly showing that they're very much out to get the points, score early. We know that Namibia has put their mark on this tournament. The Kenyans looking for the tries. Bonus points are going to be important in this tournament.
This time it is Were who finds his man, and it goes into the hands of Yambua with a nice little run down the middle of the field. Somo takes it out, gets it away to Kinyangi. He's got plenty of option and he finds Adema, and this will be the opening score for the Kenyans. It didn't take them long. Inside 3 minutes, it's Kenya who break the deadlock and they find themselves in the lead 5-0 with the conversion to come.
I guess that's a case of commentators' curse, telling them that they should have gone for the points, gone for the opportunity there. But a very simple try there for Kenya. Said earlier on, they've stated their intent. They're keen to run with the ball. Number 15, Biko Wolfgang Adema. He's a 30-year-old. He's got 14 caps there for Kenya. Simply cutting in through the centers there. Nicely dished up to the fullback, and an easy score under the post for Kenya.
And this is exactly what Ian Slick would have wanted for this Kenyan side. You don't want to find yourself trailing against Morocco, especially when Morocco are playing in Casablanca. That can be very dangerous. But Kenya showing that they are the favourites for this game, and a terrific start for Kenya. And Biko Adema, he represented Kenya at the 2016 Rio Olympics. And also scored a try against Uganda earlier this year, so he really is in some good form. Is Adema.
Morocco's game against Zimbabwe, they showed that even if a team scores against them, they're ready to come back. This is going to be a big test for them against this Kenyan side.
Morocco now with their first opportunity to play inside the half of Kenya, by Kenya. So a scrum now for this Moroccan side. Always interesting to see the first scrum of the match as Murat Akui lines up a goal, and debutant Coleman Were and Patrick Oko. And you spoke about it before the game, Zam, a very inexperienced front row for Kenya.
Absolutely. When you look at the tight five, there's only 33 caps in that, and one player alone has those 30 caps. Debutants on this side. First scrum of the game, very crucial. Set pieces are crucial. It's going to be a big test for the Kenyan side.
The first scrum collapses, so the referee is saying forward takes the ball. Top shake. Number 9 jersey. Morocco. Coming from the Kenyan side, but it's available for Morocco, and they're up to the blind. A nice little handoff into the hands of Kadiri, but strong defense coming from Kenya, immediately pushing that ball out into touch. A great intention by Kenya.
Well, work scrum for Morocco. Solid, good pickup and go, looking to run that ball. Eventually just being shepherded out into touch there. And a line out here for Kenya.
With the throw in, and again it lands in the hands of one of the Moroccan players. So it is Nasik who gets the ball out. He gets it away to his captain, Arabat, who takes the ball into contact on the 22-meter line of Morocco. Nasik with the throw in on the inside. Well, he couldn't quite get his hands to it, and he loses the ball forward. So some more relief.
Another scrum test here. Very interesting seeing the Kenyan line-out. 2 line-out throws, 2 line-outs lost. Is it a sign that the debutant is struggling to find his jumpers? Maybe not quite sure, but hopefully he'll settle down in the game, because set pieces are such a crucial aspect of the game. And if the Kenyans are going to be losing their set pieces, they're going to be on the back foot.
Some early nerves for Coleman, really. And also the wind is causing a little bit of a havoc. But at this level, that really is no. Or the vice captain for this side. It's stolen by this Moroccan side. Morocco dominating the set pieces at the moment. They get the pass away to Tevenot. And it's a strong run from Tevenot. Eventually he's brought to ground just inside the 22-meter line. Nice little take out from Nasik there. Nasik again very quickly delivers the ball to Akui. Nasik again there. This time he gets it away to Himadush. Strong run coming from Sami Tevenot again. Very promising this for this Moroccan side as they get the ball away to the big Murshid. And a strong leg drive as well. Again, Nasik who gets the ball out. The offload just not going to hand. It goes out into touch. But Morocco are here to play, Zam.
And it's a case of doing the basics, Johan. The set pieces, they've had 2 line-out steals against Kenya. They're tight head with that scrum there, setting up the opportunity for Morocco to run. Keeping it simple, ball through the hands, taking it into contact. Their recycling is very strong. We saw this against Zimbabwe, that they're very good at the breakdown. They protect the ball well, and even if it's an opposition breakdown, they're ready to counteract. So these Moroccans are definitely out to play some rugby today.
To keep it simple at the line out. At the moment, they do have the wind at their back, so from
very interesting initially when they're choosing to play the ball in the 22, not so sure whether they actually wanted to bring up the ball, but safety first, as you said, the wind behind their back. That's a great clearance, taking them up to the 10-meter line.
And they've got a little bit of a at the moment. And about 5 meters or so, and still Morocco are moving forward as the crowd get excited. Excellent work from this Moroccan side. They got the penalty advantage as well. That's what they wanted. Now it goes into the hands of Sami Tevenot. It's a strong run from him as well. Numbers available for Morocco down this left-hand side if they can get the ball through the hands. Opting to keep it close though as Iduri takes the ball into contact. A long pass from Madouche into the hands of Brichet. He gets the offload away to Jadiri. And now into the hands of Gadiri. And this will be Mohamed Gadiri responding for the Moroccan side. An opportunity for them to draw level, and the crowd are on their feet.
I have one word, and it's basics. The Moroccans are doing their basics and executing them well. And this is going to be the team of the tournament, in my opinion. Having watched the game in Zimbabwe, seeing them again today here against the Kenyan team, who many people would have fancied to be the better team, seeing how the simple hands look at the opportunities. That was all came about from the build-up with the driving maul, great line-out catch, driving maul, simply through the hands, and a great finish there in the corner for Karim Kadiri.
Opened the scoring for Morocco last weekend against Zimbabwe with the penalty. An opportunity for him to add his first points on the boot, but he pushes it away to the right. So the score remains Kenya 7, Morocco 5. Before the game, we're excited for this one, and inside the first 12 minutes already, it's been exciting stuff from both these sides. And as you said, there's simple hands from the Moroccan side, drawing in the defense and then sending it wide, and a good little step, a slip from the Kenyan defender, and it is Morocco who goes over for their first points of this match. How does Kenya respond from here? Owen Kinyangi with a little bit of a whirlwind start for the Kenyan side, dealt with nicely by the Moroccan team. Tackle coming from George Nyambua. And some good strong running from this Moroccan side. They're very, very physical in the contact situation. Just losing the ball into the contact situation there. Just scrum for Kenya. And we'll need to make sure that they get their set pieces right.
Bit of an awkward kickoff there by Kenya. Moroccans showing intent, running it back. Big test now. Kenya with an attacking scrum back in the Moroccan half after that try was scored. So far, the set pieces haven't gone their way. Let's see if this young pack can actually do the business today. As we said earlier on, just looking at it, Oliver Kazito has 30 caps, but if you look at the rest of the tight five, only 3 caps in that whole tight five.
Coming from the Moroccan side, but pushing before the ball is in, and now there's quick tap taken, and it's Jenge takes the ball into contact. When Somo gets it out to Were, the debutant, nice little handoff to Nyagol. Still available for this Kenyan side. And Somo waiting to dig this ball out. Morocco rather, all over that, and they win the penalty as well. Excellent work at the breakdown from this Moroccan team.
Very good work indeed. That's what this game is about. This game is about physicality. But there's another aspect of the game that we need to talk about. Kenya in particular, if you look at number 13, Peter Kilonzo, he lost his brother James, and he's written his name of his brother who died last year, so it's almost been a year since his brother's death. His brother died coming back from training. So this is a tribute for them, Johan. It's important. A lot of the Kenyan side leave home early to go to training or have to come back from training late. So this is a great tribute by Peter Kilonzo, Kenyan center, number 13.
Baniashi with another throw in at the line-out. Going over the top, and it's skew this time. Back to this side, and it is a little bit windy here. You have to feel for the hookers, but this is Test rugby. You need to get it right, and also just going back to keeping it simple, you go to the front and you keep it close.
Absolutely, Mehdi Benyachu should know. He's got a bit of experience having been involved around this Moroccan team for a bit of time, and those are crucial aspects. Simple mistakes, you've got to adapt to the conditions. It's windy out here, and the hookers are going to learn very quickly that they have to adapt.
Somo feeds again, this time a much stronger scrum coming from Kenya. They get the ball out to Kinyangi, a nice little pass away to Owade, and it's Ademe who gets the ball away to Edmund Anya down that left-hand touchline, the second player in the starting 15 who's on debut for Kenya. And some good meters now, the Kenyan side. Gets a pass away to Coleman Were. Strong tackle coming through from Morocco. Very, very quickly over that one. The card's available for Kinyangi. Decides to put the little chip kick through. Nyambua gets chased. He gets the offload away to Kilonzo. And great stepping from Peter Kilonzo. We just spoke about him. An excellent try for the Kenyan side. And they go to 12 points.
Very good try. What a fitting tribute. And I'm sure that he's going to definitely say that one is for his brother. The tribute with the armband, we spoke about that earlier on. That try was very well worked. The build-up earlier on. There was a nice, simple chip across into the corner, and then we see Kilonzo coming in with that. Ooh, we've got a bit of action here.
Yeah, referee just saying now that there's no try. He got a call from the assistant referee, it looked like. And it looked like there might have been a forward pass. Peter Kilonzo will not have his try. Showing that there was a knock-on or a forward pass. We'll have to have a second look at that one. But it is the referee who got the call from the assistant.
George Nyambua picking up that ball with the pass there to Kilonzo. The referee did signal that it was a bit of initial signal, looked like it was a knock-on, but it looks like he's finally signaled a forward pass, getting that assistance from the referee, assistant referee on the side.
So no try, Morocco with the scrum deep inside their own half, and this is strong scrum coming from Morocco, and the penalty going their way. And we saw how strong Morocco were at scrum time last weekend, and they're following it up with another strong performance. Kenya will be a little bit worried about this at the moment.
Interesting call there. Looked like Murad said it actually slipped his grip and was on the ground there, but the referee saying that the Kenyans were not taking the push.
Good touch finder coming from Shakir Himadouche. Now Mehdi Banyashi with throw-in a similar position. His last one went a little bit skewed. So they look to go a little bit shorter this time. Go to the middle of the line out. The one also looked a little bit skewed, but the referee happy for play to continue. Gets the ball out, gets it away to Uli. And this time it goes to Himadouche, opting to use the back line, and the ball bounces loose very, very quickly up there, but Morocco have managed to secure that ball. Hard work at the breakdown trying to over, but they force the kick, and it's available now for Biko Ademe. He's very dangerous in that position as well. Good pass away to Anya. Kenya losing the ball in the contact situation. Now Morocco looking to run the ball from deep inside their 22, but Morad Jadiri opting to send the ball downfield. Going to go out into touch, says the assistant referee rather. Will be a line out for Morocco. It must have touched one of the Kenyan players' hands there.
That was an interesting passage of play. Neither team looking like they were being decisive about what they wanted to do. The Moroccans with a few nothing kicks, the Kenyans running them back. And eventually kicking as well, and the Moroccans kicking out to touch with a good opportunity attacking in the Kenyan half.
Ashu with the throw in and Bukanusha with the take at the line out. Ball forward.
Definitely difficult conditions here, Johan. The wind is blowing. The hookers are struggling to find the jumpers, struggling to get the ball in straight.
Backwards there. Right at the scrum here. Ball with and Upu at front row for the Simbas. Ball back nicely. Ball gets it out now to Kinyangi, and they're opting to put the little kick through, but Jadiri is in position. We've got 4 Kenyan defenders around him though. That's very good defense from Kenya. And the high tackle call coming from the referee. On Murad Jadiri. Badly hurt.
A big concern in World Rugby about high tackles and dangerous play. The players have to keep it down. The referee's going to blow you up immediately if there's any sign of a high tackle. Interesting tactics there by the Kenyans. We've seen in the beginning of the game they've been good with the ball in hand. Now choosing to take the kick. As we high tackle there round the neck by Biko Adema. Keep it down, keep it down.
Jadiri is back on his feet, but the penalty is there. I'd opted to send it out on the side of the field. After that great start from Kenya, I think they've gone a little bit into their shell here.
I think definitely as surprised as we are by the Moroccan reaction and the Moroccan play. Kenya thought that they might come in and dominate this game, and that's indicated by the kind of passage of play we've recently seen. Just the kicks, the nothing kicks, 50-50 kicks, instead of having that confident ball play through the hands that the Kenyans are well known for, and that physicality as well.
Go to the middle again, nicely done. Nasik gets the ball out, but Stevenot is not able to hold on to it, and Kenya very quick to jump on that ball. Gets it out to his fly off Kinyangi, and again the little chip kick going through, but again it's Kenya who's just kicking away possession. That's something that Ian Stig won't be too happy about. This time Morocco spotting a little bit of space at the back. Anya has done well, but he throws the ball away into one of the Moroccan players' hands, so now Morocco deep inside the half of Kenya. The last time they were here they converted it into points. Plenty of numbers available for this Moroccan side. They get it through the hands and well picked up by Ragubi, but it's gone out into touch. And a poor last pass from the Moroccans. And the referee bringing them back for that forward pass.
Moroccans deadly with ball in hand. 3-on-1. All they had to do was draw and pass, but trying to force the wide pass when the wide pass wasn't on. The inside man was looking for that pass and would have been a fantastic run in for Karim Kadiri. We know he's a devastating finisher, and he's not happy at all, not happy at all. He knows that he really could have had a chance there, an opportunity for the Moroccan side to go ahead in this game. This comes off the back of poor decision making by Kenya. Kenya kicking the ball away unnecessarily.
He's got a bit of a Neymar haircut at the moment. Appointment for Morocco being knocked out of the Soccer World Cup. One of the 5 teams representing the African continent.
He stays on his feet a lot more than Neymar does, as the referee gives a penalty there for collapsing.
Kenya now are looking to run the ball from inside their own 22 rather, and Kenya just need to be patient when they have ball in hand. They don't need to kick the ball away. Taken into contact by Andrew Makori. Now picked up by Onsomo, opting to run the ball a little bit forward. This is much better from this Kenyan side, just being patient, just keeping ball in hand. And Somo gets the ball out into the hands of Oliver Kizito. Now again to Kinyangi, now to Owade, not pass over the tops to Biko Adema. Much better from this Kenyan side, very, very patient on the tackles. The two ball in hand, Kinyangi, well picked up, but the ball has gone forward. And now there will be a break in play. One of the Moroccan players has not stood up after being in a contact situation.
Players unfortunately been down for some bit of time. The Moroccan doctor going and having an inspection, the referee stopping play there, trying to assess. Match doctor from Tunisia as well has also gone in to undertake an assessment, running across to the ambulance. So we hope that it's not a significant and a serious injury there at all.
Of rugby, and he hits his own player on the head, and it's Sami Tsevenot. Well, it looks like he'll go off for serious injury, but definitely we won't see him return to the field. Also, rugby very strict on their concussion laws, and the neck injury. Let's hope he's able to get back on his feet soon. Post campaign. Look at Morocco. They started the tournament very, very impressively with that great draw over in Zimbabwe. But it's 3 tough games for them. Next weekend they'll be back here and they will be hosting the defending champions, Namibia. That's going to be a tough ask for Morocco.
Namibia, the favorite team of the tournament, beating Tunisia earlier on 118-0. We know how impressive they are. It's going to be a big ask for Morocco.
It was Kenya who opened the scoring, and it was Biko Ademe with a great break down the middle of the field. And Kenya got off to a terrific start, opened the scoring inside the first 3 minutes. But since then, it's been all about Morocco in the Rugby Africa Gold Cup encounter, as they managed to strike back, managed to reduce the gap to.
One thing that's impressed me about the Moroccans is the confidence that they're playing the game with. Back in the day, when Morocco would come to face tournaments of this nature, they would be very concerned. They'd be very worried about the opposition, but they're confident.
Jadiri there with that final pass over into the hands of Jadiri. Emar cuts. Could have had 2 had it not been for a poor pass, a poor last pass into him. Will be Morocco to make the first.
There's no concussion assessment that's been carried out formally during this tournament. What will happen is that the referee will indicate that he needs to have an assessment done. The team doctor will have a look at it, and the doctor who's involved in this tournament. So each tournament or each game will have a doctor who's present, and the doctor will be able to rule whether or not the player can continue. As we've said earlier on, safety is most important. Making sure that the player is safe, making sure that there's no serious neck injury there. Hopefully he'll just end up with a little bit of a headache and nothing serious.
It's difficult for the other players as well, especially for the Moroccan side, seeing their teammates down. But also for both these teams, and keep these focus levels up. And of course, it's perhaps an opportunity for Kenya to regroup a little bit.
Initially, we thought it was Samir Tevenot, number 12, who had been injured, but he looks like he's standing. Everything's fine with him. As soon as we get information of who the injured player is, we'll let you know.
a good sight. Unfortunately, part of the game. And he will probably be taken to the nearby clinic and have himself further checked out.
Great to see the applause from fellow players and the supporters here who came out to watch a game of rugby. No one wants to see injuries of this nature. Players being stabilized there and taken across to the ambulance. Hopefully he'll be fine.
So back to the action on the field now. It's Morocco with the scrum on the Kenyan 10-meter line, and it's still Kenya with that 2-point advantage. 15 minutes left in the first half of this Rugby Africa Gold Cup Round 2 encounter. The second match of the day. Earlier it was Namibia who beat Tunisia quite comfortably in Windhoek tournament. Wrong scrum coming from Kenya this time, but the penalty has been awarded to Morocco. Kenyan front row a little bit unsure as to why the penalty went the Moroccan way. Sam, any clarity on that?
When you look at the referee's signal that they weren't just driving straight, they were driving at the angle, and there was a whip around ruling that Kenya were the team that offended. Many times us forwards will tell you that the referees don't have any idea what goes on with the dark arts that get carried out in the front row. It's a skill, it's an art indeed. I think that's one of the aspects of rugby where we need to have a little bit of a closer look, and it doesn't become a lottery. We actually get a full understanding of what's happened, what the penalty is for. In this instance, it's a penalty, and Morocco going for the posts right now, and an opportunity to go into the lead against Kenya.
He had his kicking boots on last weekend in Harare, and he missed his first conversion attempt. This one is also going to fall well short. And now what can Kenya do from deep inside their own half? They don't mind throwing the ball around a little bit. Kalonzo doing well to stay in field. Samson Onsomu gets the ball out to Philip Ikambile. Into the hands of Kenyangi, kicks the ball downfield. And Mora Jadiri now with a good take inside his own half, opting to run the ball, gets the pass away to the big Hussein Anamat, the captain of this Moroccan side. Now Nasik. Ball out again, he gets it away to Kubi. And another high tackle from this Kenyan side. Loses the ball into the contact situation, but the referee now will bring the Kenyan offender in. It was a second high tackle from Kenya, and he has a chat to Davis Chengi, the captain, and probably a warning saying one more and you'll lose a player for 10 minutes.
And if you're watching and you're wondering about the numbers, Morocco did start with number 25, Jarid Tadiri Morad, and number 20, Abid. I mean, so these are the players who started. These aren't players that have been substituted. High tackle there, Morocco with the kick for touch. And a fantastic kick indeed, Johan. Wind blowing, but a great attacking opportunity here. Morocco with the line out in the Kenyan 22, right on the 5-meter line. No doubt we'll be looking at a catch and drive here. The scrum, the forwards have been formidable, and I'm sure the Kenyans will be looking at how they can stop this Moroccan juggernaut.
Seeing in the Moroccan side, Mehdi Aouche, the number 17 jersey, has made his way onto the field as we see Morocco win that ball at the line out quite comfortably. Jawad Giduri. And now Morocco trying to get this rolling ball going, and they've got some momentum now, this Moroccan side. They're driving over the try line. Can they get it down? The referee says yes. And Morocco have the lead for the first time in this game, and Kenya are stunned. The try for Salim Bukanusha, and he's got a way of scoring important tries. He scored the winning try against Cote d'Ivoire in the 76th minute in the Silver Cup last year. That was for Morocco to get promoted to this competition, and they are showing that they deserve to be in the best league on the African continent.
I called it a juggernaut, Moroccan juggernaut, clean catch. Getting the ball back to the back of the maul there and driving forward. The Kenyans were at 6s and 7s trying to defend it. Their defense got broken through, and at the end of the day it looked like a simple try for Salim Bukanucha, sticking to the basics. I'm very impressed by the way that this Moroccan side is sticking to the basics and playing some very, very good rugby.
Version from Shakir Imadouche is wide, so 3 misses for the fly half. And it's Morocco in the lead, 10 points to 7 against Kenya inside the final 10 minutes of this first half. Kenya need to find a way to recoup. After the first 5 minutes, they really haven't done much with ball in hand. And the worrying thing for Kenya is that in the second half, they will be playing against the wind.
Wind definitely played a big part in this game.
With a beat there with the juggle, trying to get that control of that restart, and perhaps this now a good attacking opportunity for Kenya. And Kenya put in another strong scrum here onside the 22-meter line of Morocco.
It's a difficult situation for a team like Kenya when there's an expectation that you are the better team, the more dominant team. This is a team that's come up from what was previously known as Group 1B, now Silver Cup. Many people thought that Morocco would be the whipping boys of this tourney. They've said no, and they're here showing it. They showed it last week in Harare as well.
Again, from this Kenyan side, they just need to try and get the ball out a little bit quicker, but Morocco very, very strong at scrum time at the moment, causing all sorts of problems. And you must remember that these sides have only met 3 times. Kenya have only won once. The last 2 times these sides met was Morocco who came out victorious, and Kenya have never picked up a victory in the Kingdom of Morocco. So a chance for them to make history. Moments they will need to have a strong second half if they are going to get the upper hand of Morocco. Now this Kenyan backline lined up on the right-hand side of the field.
You know, Johan, as a former purveyor of the dark arts in that front row, it's great to see this contestation that's going on here. Many people think that scrums are just a way of restarting the game, but also it's an opportunity to assert your ascendancy, an opportunity to get a great attacking platform, but also for the defensive team, an opportunity to get the tight head. Don't just go into the scrum thinking that the other team is going to get the ball and it's going to be a simple hook. There's lots of work going on in these scrums. These are 2 packs that have decided that they want to scrum, and they're going to scrum against each other all day.
Time steadier, this time available for Kenya as they try to drive the ball forward, and the penalty coming the way of Kenya. So now decision time again, Davis Chenge with an option, and it's Kenya decide to take it quickly, but the referee bringing them back. Not taken in the right mark, on the right mark rather.
A well-worked penalty there for Kenya, showing a little bit of ascendancy there, putting a good, strong hit initially at the scrum. The Moroccans didn't take the hit, putting that drive on, and you could see that the Moroccan scrum was breaking up. Their players weren't maintaining their bind, even the loose forwards. And this might actually be an opportunity for Kenya here. That tap and go wasn't on. Now they have an opportunity, and it's a mirror image of what we've just seen. The Moroccans had a line out on their 5. Kenyans having now an attacking 5. Let's see if that Kenyan scrum can do the same thing that the Moroccans did with a simple catch and drive, putting the ball to the back with an opportunity to score.
First, Coleman Wera needs to find his man. He's missed his jumper quite a few times. They go to the back, and it's nicely done, but it's gone skew, and in a position like that, I'm not sure why they throw to the back of the line out with the wind blowing as hard as it is at the moment.
We've talked about the wind. The hookers were having problems at the beginning and then started to keep it simple, throwing to your 2-jumper. When in doubt, your 2-jumper is the man to go for. Even look at the variation of the option with the forward, the prop at the front. and just a simple quick pop. We've seen it a number of times before. That's a great opportunity to score a try that's gone a-begging for Kenya.
You can see Morocco know their scrum is in a bit of trouble at the moment, so they've opted to go for the line out. It's worked very well for them, so they'll continue using that, and they're even getting a little bit of momentum now from this driving ball. They started on their own 5-meter line, just short of the 22 now. That's excellent work from this Moroccan side. Trying to gain some extra meters, and eventually the penalty coming the way of Morocco, and a great result for them.
Well worked, well worked. First of all, having that defensive work at that line out, the Kenyans not throwing it in straight, and we saw the perfect example of what you should do in a situation like that. The Moroccans keeping it simple, going to the 2-jumper, catch and drive. Phenomenal work by that Moroccan pack there. Very aggressive, showing the good leg drive. And if you're at a back waiting for that ball to come out, you're absolutely pleased to know that you've got a scrum that's going to do the work for you and take off that pressure.
Yashu finds Ganusha. In Morocco with this driving ball. At the back it's Ismail Nasik urging his forward pack to continue moving forward. Now Nasik decides to take it out. He gets the pass away to the try scorer Telemot and into the hands of Richet. He decides to put a little chip kick through, and it's Muhammad Kadiri who gives chase. But the touchline wins that battle. And Kenya opting to take it quickly. But the referee saying that he's not allowing play to continue there. Not sure.
I think the call might have been the ball didn't go 5, calling it back, saying that the ball didn't go 5 meters there. So it's a line out to Kenya. Great work by the Moroccan forwards once again. Good opportunity for Morocco. Like a possible substitution there for Morocco, or an injury, having an assessment there on hooker Mehdi Benayuchi.
Big blow for Morocco. It's been good for them at the line out time. So on comes Abdelkafi Abashiri. Now it's an important throw for Coleman Were. Start getting them right in the line out. Again, they opt to go a little bit longer into the middle, but it's taken comfortably by Oliver Kazito. Nice little offload from Nyambua into the hands of Leo Wade. Gains a good few meters. Somo now back into the hands of George Nyambua. Using a little bit of more meters now. And now it's been charged down. And a lucky escape there for this Kenyan side, it looks like.
The referee looks like he wants to have a look at that, calling in the assistant referee on the far side.
The referees don't have the luxury of the television match official.
Bit lackadaisical. Ooh! A bit lax by the Kenyans there. The Moroccans definitely thinking that they touched down first. Referee with the assistant from his assistant referee on the far side saying that it's a 22 dropout, and the Kenyans got their hand on that ball.
Kenya coach Ian Slick, if he had more hair, would have been pulling them out at the moment. He'll be very frustrated with his team's performance so far. Morocco go back on the attack, and they've been camping out here in the half of Kenya for most of this last part of this first half. Nasik out to Medush. Switch with Morad Jadiri. Now Kenya working hard at the breakdown, trying to turn that ball over, but it's still available for this Moroccan side. Picked up now by Salim Bukanusha. The referee brings play way to an end. Another injury. Let's hope this one is also not too serious. Time on the side of Kenya.
Kenyan side known for their physicality, known for their fitness. In the Kenyan Cup, a lot of teams have strength and conditioning coaches that are heavily involved in the side. That's one of the things that the Kenyans have prided themselves on. Ooh, we see where that injury happened. It came from a tackle there with the man rolling over Philip Ikambili, knocking his head back a bit. I think it's a case of sore neck as the physio is applying the magical water and all the necessary things that needs to happen. That's Philip Ikambili. Looks like he's making his way up.
Strong player, usually lies his trade at hooker. So it looks like he's alright. Able to continue, but it is the match day doctor, I think, who says that they just need to out on the side of the field perhaps.
Just a reminder of the protocol here, the match day doctor from Tunisia has the actual final decision as to whether a player can continue or not. The team doctor will have an assessment along with the medics as well as the match doctor, but if the match doctor decides that the player can't come back onto the field, unfortunately you won't be able to proceed. And it looks like a substitution there. We can see Wangila Simiyu ready, filling in the notes, ready to make that substitution there.
Eric Kere making his way onto the field, the replacement Wood. His place on the side of the scrum. Kenya. So heading now into the final stages of this first half. And it's a scrum for Morocco inside the half of Kenya as Nasik feeds, taken out at the back by Arabat, gets a pass away to Nasik and then to Jadiri. Morocco have been very, very dangerous when they've opted to throw the ball around, and they've got these big forwards as well. This time it's Jadiri with the good run down the middle of the field as he gains a few meters. Now Medush, thought about the kick, but he gets a pass away to Tevenot and then to the try scorer Kadiri, opting to go down the touchline, but he's done well to keep the ball in field and then losing the ball forward. And that will be that, says the referee, for the first half as well. So perhaps surprisingly, it's Morocco who have the advantage at the break. And there's been tries either side, one from Biko Adema, one from Mohamed Kadiri, the man with the blonde locks for Morocco. And will be an interesting halftime team talk in both changing rooms. So confirmation here after putting it's Morocco with a 10-7 advantage against Kenya in round 2 of the Rugby Africa Gold Cup.
Only the brave dare take on sevens. The Africa Rugby Sevens on Kwese Free Sports for the fan.
You know a sporting moment is big when they make a movie about it. June 24, 1995 was one of those occasions when President Nelson Mandela presented the Webb Ellis Trophy for the Rugby World Cup to his South African captain, Francois Pienaar. The World Cup was the first major sporting event held in South Africa since the end of apartheid. The home side defeated New Zealand 15-12. Mandela's inspiration and Pienaar's contribution, the subjects of the 2009 movie Invictus. Today in sport, and the day before, and the day before that, saw the longest tennis match in history. John Isner defeated Nicholas Mahut in the first round of Wimbledon, an astonishing 70-68 in the fifth set.
What's the formula of a champion? Is it the engineering, where you can manipulate time by traveling at the speed of sound? Is it living on the edge and taking near-death decisions in a split second? What about the fans? The famous faces and sweet taste of victory when they cross the finish line? Or is it the perfect equation of getting that #1 formula? Kwese Free Sports for the fan.
Kwese iFlix is here, bringing you the freshest lineup of live streaming and on-demand sports and entertainment. Simply download and register to get instant access to a huge selection of free sports, movies, reality shows, and more. Join the VIP circle and get a 1-day, 3-day, 7-day, or 30-day VIP pass to enjoy premium entertainment. Kwese iFlix. Download the app now.
Welcome back to Casablanca in the Kingdom of Morocco, where there's a surprising 3-point advantage for Morocco after the first 40 minutes in this Rugby Africa Gold Cup encounter. Morocco leading Kenya 10 points to 7. And it's 2 tries for Morocco, 1 for this Kenyan side. An emotional start here for the Kenyan side. It's the first time that we are seeing them in this Gold Cup. But after the first 5 minutes, after Kenya opened the scoring, it's been all about Morocco and how good they've been playing in this Rugby Africa Gold Cup encounter. Last weekend they stunned Zimbabwe with a draw, and now they are in a great position to pick up their first win in the Gold Cup after being promoted last season. It was Kenya, however, with the first score of the game, and they started the way that they started. You would have thought that they were going to run away with it. Biko Ademe getting the first try of this match. He found a nice little gap. He got the pass from his fly-off, Darwin Kinyangi. But after this opening score, it's been all about Morocco, Zam.
Yeah, just when you said, Johan, that they stunned Zimbabwe with a draw, it's not every day that we talk about a draw being a stunning result, but it's indicative of the expectations that were around this Moroccan side. Not a lot of people believe.
We take an enormous bite. Oh my goodness!
They love elves.
What? This was way more Yosemite Sam throwing his hat down and stomping on it.
I'm giving you points here.
Come on.
Ice, red here.
Hold it back. Hold it back. Worry about who's on the court, and maybe you'll get a win in a nationally televised game.
Whoa.
2018 WTA Tour. Every point counts on Kwese Sports 2 for the fan.
Only the brave dare take on sevens. The Africa Rugby Sevens on Kwese Free Sports for the fan.
FOMO, the fear of missing out. The anxiety that arises when you know that others are watching your favorite show. You're missing the big game or just being left out in the entertainment cold. Smash FOMO. Download the Kwese TV app. Simply register your account on the website and the app and watch your favorite TV shows, sports, events, anywhere, anytime. The world of entertainment is in your pocket. Kwese, beyond TV. With Kwese TV, you get so much more. Subscribe now to Kwese TV and don't miss out on all the exciting content we have to offer. Visit any of these stores to pay your Kwese TV subscription and choose between a 3-day, a 7-day, and a monthly subscription package.
Some hard work for this Kenyan side. Looking to see if there have been some changes made by this Kenyan side. Ian Stook could not have been too happy with that first half performance from Kenya as they went into their shell after the first 5 minutes. This looking a little bit more promising for this Kenyan side. Joseph Nyagwal taking the ball into contact. Strong work coming from the Moroccan side, but it's still available for Kenya. Now there has been a change there. Eric Kere, of course, making his way on in the first half for Philip Ikambili. Taken into contact now by Davis Chenge and taken out by Onsomu. Gets it away to Uwere. Kenya need to be patient with ball in hand as Onsomu to Kinyangi. And he moves the ball forward in the contact situation as Nasik sends the ball downfield and there's nobody back for Kenya, and unfortunately for Morocco the ball rolls out into touch before Mohamed Kadiri could have gotten to it.
In the changing rooms at halftime, lots of messages that would have gone out, in particular for the Kenyan side, would have been a case of stick to what you know, stick to the basics, the decision-making. We saw that the decision-making in the first half by the Kenyans wasn't quite what it should have been. Kicking the ball away recklessly, this time keeping the ball in hand, definitely looking like they want to play with the ball in hand, and their decision-making is going to be crucial in this half.
Now with the throw-in. They're opting to go to the middle of the line out, and it's been taken by Oliver Kizito. And Kenya in the second half, they are playing against the wind. Nyangi with a little break. This is where Kenya can be very dangerous when they do manage to get through the gap. Tony Opondo then just brought down to ground short of the 10-meter line. Morocco doing good work at the breakdown though. They've managed to work their way over, but it's available for Morocco. They've managed to turn Edmund Anya around, and he has to run back to get this ball. He lets it bounce. What a great result for Morocco. The ball rolling out into touch. It will be a 5-meter line out for Kenya.
Having watched some of the games in Gold Cup so far, I'm going to make a bold prediction. This is one of the best teams that contest rucks and mauls. The Moroccans are keen and hungry for the ball. It's not a given that if you go into the breakdown, if you go into contact with them, that you're going to win the ball. They're going to definitely try and get it from you.
That was a good decision by Coleman Were. He's been under pressure at line-out time. And how good a decision is this for Kenya, opting to run the ball from deep inside their own half, not able to hold on to it, trying to force the offload. And it will be a scrum for Morocco on the Kenyan 22-meter line. Can they start the second half by putting on some more points on the board?
3 minutes into the second half, playing the ball in your own 22, albeit you're playing against the wind, safety is one of the biggest considerations. This Moroccan team is hungry. Kenya should be looking at safety. Mentioned the fact about decision making, and that's what they would have been talking about at halftime. Poor decision making and trying to run the ball out from the 22. Safety would have been the better option. Got some great scrums in the first half, Johan. Lots of contestation there. Hopefully that will continue going into this half. Bit concerned with some of the calls. There are quite a few penalties. The referee has told the players in the past that they've got to hold the bind. They've got to take the hit as well. As he said, purveyors of the dark arts like myself know that there's a lot that goes on in those front rows there. The guys are hungry. This is Africa Gold Cup. People want to go to the World Cup.
Strong scrum coming from Morocco, absolutely dominant. And the advantage is there for Morocco. Eventually it's Nasik who takes the ball out. He's got support on his outside, decides to put in a little grubber kick. And Kenya had it covered, but there was still the advantage. And now will Morocco decide to add the extra 3? This should be a relatively simple kick. Or are they going to go for that trusty driving ball from the line out?
What a pleasure, what an absolutely beautiful thing to see. A complete dominant scrum. You know, I like that scrum like a fat kid loves cake.
Kafi Abashri, the new hooker for Morocco after Mehdi Banyashu went off in the first half. They've done very, very well. Their set pieces have been very good at Morocco's. They go on the attack yet again, keeping it close for the moment. Get the ball away to Mehdi Ayashu. Now to the big man, Mushin Oili, very difficult to bring to ground, but Kenya do well to stop him short of the try line as Smail Nasik waits to get the ball out, but it's Kenya who've managed to turn this ball over, it looks like. But Morocco managing to get their hands back on the ball. Now they've got plenty of numbers out wide, a long pass over the top to the try scorer from the first half. Mohamed Kadiri not going to be able to go over this time around. The knock-on advantages there for Morocco. Kenya, one of the Kenyan hands using the ball forward. Now it's Gubi taking the ball into contact for Morocco. It's taken out there by Nasik. Kanusha. Back in the pocket for the Moroccan side, and it's been slightly charged down. And they will go back for the 22-meter. Ball was touched by one of the Kenyan players. So, referee calling a scrum.
Great passage of play there by Morocco. Contestation at the breakdown. Drop kick in the pocket, touched by the Kenyans. Effectively, that means that the Kenyans took it back. So it's dotted down, and it's a 5-meter attacking scrum for Morocco. Morocco had a beautiful scrum just now. Let's see how that scrum sets up now, whether they'll be dominant.
A stronger scrum coming from the Kenyan side, but it's going to be Morocco, and the referee awards a try. It's Morocco who extend their lead, and the crowd here absolutely delighted in Casablanca. They've gone over for their 3rd try, have the Moroccan side, and Kenya in all sorts of trouble.
Captain's try built off a great platform there. Nice, good, solid, strong scrumming. Earlier on, Morocco with that dominant presence in the scrum. This is a case of simple. Kenya putting on that pressure. Putting on that pressure definitely, but Hasim Arabat decided to pick up and go. Simple whip round. Number 8 from Kenya, nowhere in the picture at all. Davis Chenge was completely beaten.
The first conversion attempt that goes over for Shakil Imadouche. And a strong set piece again, this time a strong scrum for Morocco, setting up this try. All the hosts here, and this is going to be a big mental test for Kenya. The way that this competition works is you can't really afford to lose a game if you want to qualify for the 2019 Rugby World Cup. So Kenya know that they have to pick up their game here in the final 30 minutes if they want to stay in contention for that ticket to Japan next year. Darwin Kinyangi with the restart, and this is going to work out very nicely for Kenya. It's Edmund Anya takes the ball from the restart. Onsomo with the quick feed out to the debutant Colin Were. Onsomo now to Owade. It's got Kinyangi, and Kinyangi gets a nice little break down the right-hand touchline. A half break, eventually he's brought to ground. Penalty is there for Kenya, opting to take it quickly. This is good work from the Kenyan side, speeding up this game nicely. The penalty advantage will, however, I thought that Morocco went quite back 10 meters there, but the referee was happy with that, and the referee interfering there, so it's a scrum for Kenya.
Scrum indeed, scrum indeed. Kenyan definitely trying to come back. I think they're a little bit shell-shocked. A little bit shell-shocked here, as shell-shocked as we are. After that try by Hossein Arabad, Kenya passing the ball through the hand. Scrum here, the Kenyans have been a little bit worried about their scrum, not as strong and as dominant. We mentioned the fact earlier on, 33 caps in that tight 5 with one player alone, Oliver Kizito, having those 30 caps. So a lack of experience in that tight 5.
Coming from Kenya this time, and a good little break this from Kenya, and it's Tony Opondo. He only knows one way, and it's to the try line, and Kenya get their second try. Is this perhaps what they needed to kick into gear? They go to 12 points with the conversion to come, and the gap will be reduced to 3.
Tony Opondo, fantastic try. We're talking about set pieces and how set pieces aren't just a way to restart the game. The winger coming through from his wing in through the centers, beating that defensive line. Very nice, very simple, very effective breaking that defensive line there. Game on. Kenya definitely back in this game.
Tony Opondo, also one of the players who played all 5 games for Kenya last year in the Rugby Africa Gold Cup, playing in his 17th test. And the conversion is good as well, so the gap has been reduced to 3. But this terrific work, and we saw a similar try scored in the first half. On that occasion it was Biko Adema. This time it's just Opondo, and just confusing the defense a little bit. He gets the gap and he goes over for Kenya's second score. Now it will be crucial for Kenya to hold on this little bit of momentum that they've been able to grow here early in this second half. Imadouche with the restart, and Kenya deal with it nicely. That was a good take from Davis Chenge. A bit of confusion there. Thought that might have gone backwards, but the referee saying no. So it will be a scrum for Morocco and another dominant or another attacking position for them here.
A little unfortunate with the handling error, Kenya coming back into that game through the Tony Opondo try. Morocco kicking it back. It was an opportunity for Kenya just to calm down, get the ball in hand, opportunity to play. Instead, an unforced error, giving an opportunity for Morocco to have an attacking scrum just on the edge of the Kenyan 22.
Good opportunity for Morocco. Backline lined up left and right. They're opting to go right, taken out and given away to Nasik, and they work a little bit around into the hands of Ragibi. Decides to cut back on the inside. Does fight Ragibi. Now it's available and they throw it long. It's good pass into the hands of Kaduri. Again, numbers available for Morocco if they were able to get it quickly, but now Kenya are there in defense. Mohammed Ali taking the ball into contact, and Kenya very, very quickly over there at the breakdown, and Kenya have managed to turn things around, and they've turned the ball over. A good kick downfield as well. Morocco need to run the ball out. That's a good tackle. The referee happy that that ball went backwards. So the try scorer Mohamed Kadiri there to fix matters, but it eventually has been lost forward by one of the Moroccan players. And Kenya doing very well to get out of that tricky situation.
It's a very scrappy passage of play there by both sides. Ball looking at it was bouncing around hand to hand, not quite going to the players that it was intended to, and eventually we see that knock on by Morocco, and Kenya also knocking it on. So it's a case of knock almost like a joke there, but it's a scrum down to Kenya.
Zam, I've heard you do that one before. Fun for some new jokes.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks, yeah.
Serious business here on the field though. With Samson and Somu waiting to feed this ball into scrum. And as we said earlier, the nature of this competition is every match you need to treat like a final and like a must-win encounter, even if it's away from home. It would have been a tough travel for Kenya coming up north. But they've managed to work their way back into this game a little bit. Kenya now with the strong scrum, and it's available now for Kinyangi. Gets a throw over the top. Adema has to clear. Now space for Anya, but the referee will bring play back for the earlier scrum penalty.
Definitely seeing the Moroccans popping up, coming up early, not being able to take that pressure that's being asserted by the... In Zimbabwe, we saw the Moroccans, big boys, running around the park. There was a bit of concern that they wouldn't be able to handle it at altitude. Here at home, the Moroccans, it's an overcast day, it's cool, but these big boys are well conditioned, and if they play like they did in Harare, they'll be able to continue with this level of intensity.
Another important throw coming up for Coleman Nwere, the debutant for Kenya. And he finds Kazito. A little bit messy again from Kenya. They a little bit scrappy at set pieces. But now Samson Osoma gets it out to Kinyangi. And a strong tackle coming on Leo Owade, but he does well to secure the ball for Kenya. Morocco doing good work at the breakdown now, trying to get over there. He's taken into contact by Moses Amasulu. Great hands as well. It looks like some good 7 skills coming in for this Kenyan side. It goes wide to Davis Chenge. He's going to be stopped just short of the 5-meter line. On Somu, back it goes to the big forwards, loses his footing as he makes his way forward. On Somu now again out to Kere. Replacement on the field. Now the scrum half has been wrapped up in that ruck. But it looks like Kenya have managed to secure the ball. Makori taking the ball forward, gaining 1 or 2 meters for this Kenyan side. Still available for Kenya, deep inside the half of Morocco, driving their way over it, and the referee says yes, Kenya are back in the lead. It should be another simple conversion, and with 2 tries, Kenya have the momentum back on their side.
That's a try for the big boys, a try for the big units there. Lots of hard work being done by that Kenyan pack, pushing hard, pushing strong. There are opportunities wide for the back line, ball being thrown around, but eventually it came down to the big forwards with the pick up and go, the driving more, all the forwards all in, pushing in strong, and Moses Amusala was eventually the try scorer there. There he is there at the back there. Moses Amusala picks up the ball. He's got that strong defense on him, but fantastic support from his supporting players there, helping drive him on there. Moses Amusala with that try for Kenya. Suddenly things have changed in this game here, Johan. Morocco with the ascendancy going into that half-time break, going to oranges. Kenya with 2 quick tries. Definitely coming back into this game strong.
Big man versus Amusala with the score for this Kenyan side. And he's made a good impact since he's been brought onto the field. Worrying there for Morocco as they see Shakir Imadouche making his way off the field. He played a very prominent role for Morocco in that draw against Zimbabwe. He's been good today as well, probably not as good, but that will be a bit of a blow for Morocco. They've got another important game coming up next weekend as they host the defending champions Namibia.
He's a key player for Morocco, scoring 13 points at Machinery Exchange in Harare. 13 of the 23 that Morocco eventually scored.
Some whistles coming from this Moroccan pride, trying to put off Darwin Kinyangi, but that's not going to happen. Cool, calm and collected is the fly half as he adds the extras to extend Kenya's lead to take them into the 20s. And so the change has been made for Morocco as Yunus Wu comes on to replace Shakir Imadouche. And now it's Morocco's turn to try and fight back, to try and get the momentum back on their side, but that restart dealt with very nicely by Peter Kolonzo. Unlucky in the first half not to be awarded that try. Taken out by Adema there, playing in the scrum half position. Now throwing it wide is Kenya. This is what we've come to enjoy from this Kenyan side over the last couple of seasons. It's the ability that they have to throw the ball out wide, expose the opposition down the wings. Samson Onsomo opting to take the ball into contact himself, almost gets through that half gap, does the little scrum half. It's the big forwards gaining a couple of meters here and there for this Kenyan side, and all of a sudden Kenya just looking a lot more collected here and relaxed. Darwin Kinyangi trapped in possession of the ball there. Samson Onsomu to the big try scorer Moses Amusala. Again it's Onsomu who gets a little gap. Now he needs to find support. Onsomu gets the ball out as well. He's been very busy, has the big scrum half. Is this going to fall kindly for Kenya? It's been lost by Nyambua. He knocked the ball on forward. The Kenyan players can't complain about that one too much as we see another Moroccan player down on the ground.
Huge concern for Morocco here. The Moroccans are losing some of their key players. And Mohamed Abid looks like he's getting a bit of attention there. A great passage of play there by Kenya. Kenya definitely on the ascendancy, full of confidence, full of running, full of commitment. You can see some of those 50-50 decisions which previously in the first half went against them, where they were kicking the ball away recklessly, getting some passes that weren't quite going to hand. But in this case, the Kenyan side sticking with the ball in hand, looking for those opportunities. Great opportunity at the end. And with that cross kick, trying to beat the defensive pattern of Morocco. Unfortunately, there was a knock-on there for the Kenyan side. It's like we've got a substitution as well. Morocco, injured player coming off, Mohamed Abid. We've also got Mohamed Lalali has joined the field as well in the number 19 jersey.
I think just the way that Kenya have fought back here, I don't think we can underestimate the experience that they would have gained last year in this Gold Cup. They had a few tough competitions last year. They lost against Namibia, but they drew with Uganda, and they had to dig deep in that one. They beat Zimbabwe as well, and they would have learned a lot from that, where Morocco wouldn't have gained that much experience from the Silver Cup, only the 2 games there. But still, we've got 18 minutes left in this encounter, but now things have just gone a little bit messy for this Moroccan side as Kenya go back on the attack. They make their way into the 22-meter area of Morocco. and the referee will bring them back for the earlier knock-on. Only 4 points in it at the moment, still anybody's game.
Definitely a tight game. The Moroccans have been on the back foot, opportunity to run with the ball in hand. 50-50 passes, the ball are not going to hand. The Kenyans pouncing on that opportunity, and now it's turned out to be an attacking scrum for the Kenyans in between the 10-meter line and the Moroccan 22.
Down on the ground, Leo Owade playing in his 10th test for Kenya. One of the few Kenyan players who have some experience playing outside of the continent. He played for a little bit over in Australia, was part of the Melbourne Rebels training squad one season, didn't quite go on to secure his spot in the Rebels team in the Super Rugby competition. Decided to head back home to Kenya. One of the experienced players.
Yeah, and a team that doesn't lack a lot of experience is 12 caps there. The Impala Rugby Club man will definitely be a loss if this is a serious injury.
Yeah, Kenya still have a long way to go in this competition. Next weekend they'll have another tough game as they welcome Zimbabwe, who will be desperate to bounce back after they drop those early 2 points in the competition. And of course we haven't even mentioned it today, but bonus points will also be crucial come the final round of this competition. Of course the bonus points awarded if you score 3 or more tries than your opponent. At the moment it doesn't look like there'll be try bonus points in this game. To see Max Muriuki making his way onto the field, and a big moment for him as well as he makes his debut and he comes on to replace Leo Owade. The first test cap is always one that you remember, hey Zam?
Without a doubt, he's going to remember this cool overcast day here in Morocco in the Gold Cup, where he joined the ranks of the Simba's players, donning that red jersey, playing for his country. Definitely something that he will remember for many years to come.
The change being made by Tahar Bourgeoula, the coach of Morocco, as he brings on Marion El Arouchi in the number 23 jersey. But back to the action on the field now. An attacking scrum for Kenya. They've got their back line lined up on this left-hand side. Samson Onsomu feeds. Onsomu opting to go down the blind side rather. Onsomu gets the pass away to Tony Opondo, and he goes over. Did he get it down? The referee says yes, and Kenya go over for another score, and they've got the momentum on their side, and all of a sudden it's a very different ball game.
Talked about the experience that's needed in that Kenyan side. Samson Onsomu, 14 caps. Great pick up and go. The set piece is essential. The ball was actually out at one stage. The Moroccans weren't paying attention. There it is. You see it's out before Onsomu plays the ball. Simple pass to his winger there, Tony Opondo. Tony Opondo scoring in the corner. What a beautifully worked try. What a great try for Kenya, putting Kenya strongly in the lead.
Yeah, and it was really well set up by Samson Onsomu. I think definitely a contender for man of the match. His delivery has been good, and he's done exactly what has been required of him in this Kenyan side. 9 points of difference at the moment. Can Darwin Kinyanga open up an 11-point gap for Kenya? It's a tough conversion attempt down the right-hand touchline. It's a good-looking kick though, and it's good as well. That's a terrific kick from Darwin Kinyanga. And it's Kenya now with a 28-17 lead.
I think it's a great kick to cap off what is a great try, opportunistic try, well built up. Scoring from first phase is something that you don't often see in the modern game, but that was a great first phase try.
Andrew McCrory doing well to secure the ball from the restart. Now Kenya changing their approach a little bit. The ball was taken into the 22, and very, very well-timed kick. Darwin Kinyangi making sure that it bounces just before it goes out into touch. And with 14 minutes left, it looks like Kenya have changed tactics a little bit, trying to get out of their half. They've got the advantage, and now from here they can dictate play, but Morocco will be fighting back.
Wind's still a factor here in the line-outs. It's important for the line-out throwers here, Abdullah Kipabashi, to find his jumpers.
That's nicely done by Morocco. And then they go for that driving ball from the line-out. Penalty advantage is there for Morocco. Coming in from the side, says the referee, are some of the Kenyan defenders. And the penalty has been awarded to Morocco. Looking to take it quickly was Ismail Nassif, but the referee saying in the wrong mark, on the wrong mark rather.
Some great work by Morocco there. Great line-out, catch and drive, putting the Kenyans under a lot of pressure. The Kenyans having no choice but to infringe.
Plenty of time for Morocco to work their way back into this match here, as they will no doubt go for another one of those driving balls from the line out. It's not broken, don't fix it, it's working for them at the moment. Nicely taken there by Samir Janoui. Still moving forward are this Moroccan forward pack. Eventually the ball goes to ground, and the penalty, the referee saying it was legally brought to ground by Kenya. That was good work from them, and Kenya turning the ball over. And now tempers flaring on the field. It will be important for both these teams just to stay calm and to keep their cools in the dying minutes of this game.
Kurisalaka looking very happy there. His players are very happy with that. It was a lot of work, a lot of hard work there, particularly because we've seen the Moroccans very good with their line-out, very good with their drives. The Kenyans holding that defensive pattern and eventually forcing the turnover.
It's the big Davis Chenge who picks the ball up. He gets back on his feet as well. That's terrific understanding of the law, but this time he loses the ball forward, and this could be real danger for Kenya as the cap is hit rather by Tevenot. And then Kenya doing great work to keep that ball up there over the try line. Can Morocco get it down? And the referee says no, hold up. Really strong defense from Kenya on their own try line.
What looked like a great opportunity for Kenya to break out of their 22, turned around and ended up being a great attacking opportunity for Morocco. Good defense, they're holding the man up with the ball in the air, taking him into their own in-goal area, and the referee ruling that the ball has been held up, which will result in an attacking scrum to Morocco.
Heading to the final 10 minutes, 11 points the gap at the moment. That could all change in the next minute if Morocco are able to score from this line out. Rather scrum, and it's Morocco up to go on the right-hand side, stopped just short of the try line. Kenya scrambling in defense at the moment. Morocco using their big forwards. Has awarded the try. It looks like he might have pushed it against the uprights. And Kenya look a little bit stunned, but it's Morocco right back in this game.
Johan, to borrow a phrase from your playbook, a good knowledge of the laws there. In case you're wondering what exactly happened there, in a situation where the player has no opportunity to place the ball on the try line, if he places it at the base of the posts, at the base, and that's a crucial aspect. You've got to place it at the base of the post. That is a try. Very well worked try by Morocco. And indeed, the kick is good, making this a 6-point game with 10 minutes to play.
themselves inside their own half. And it's after that conversion was over, it's only the 4 points separating these two teams at the moment. This will be a nervy final period here for both these teams. Kenya going up. Davis Chengi there running forward to take the ball. And now a bit of a discussion here between the referee and the assistant referee. Davis Chengi calling there that he was infringed while in the air, and we've seen the referees and World Rugby very strict on this.
And in fact, there was a recent clarification by World Rugby. Some of the considerations are, what is the player doing? There's a lot of talk about whether the player has his eye on the ball or not. That's not the concern. World Rugby's been very particular about the injuries that happen in situations like this, and the most important aspect is about protecting the players. Protecting the players is crucial, and that's the most important thing. We don't want to have head injuries, players being taken out while they're in the air, and absolutely the respect of the players. And World Rugby issued a statement. They're saying they wanted to clarify the issues around challenges in the air, and that's particularly as we saw last weekend with the red card in the New Zealand game where Benjamin Fall got a red card on the 16th of June, and one of the issues was that the red card was eventually overturned. See the player going up in the air, Moroccan player making no attempt to go for the ball and just tackling him and taking him out. And the referee's decision here coming up is going to be crucial. There is a protocol. Let's see how the referee handles this.
The Moroccan player is also down. Definitely looked like Davis Chengi was infringed upon in the air. But it looks like the referee will be happy for play to continue. Referee for this game is Mr. Sebastian Minery from France. Looks like he has made a decision that play will continue. And so, penalty here for Morocco. Here's the call from the referee. Not sure what the penalty was for, but it doesn't. Trying to keep that ball on field, but he's not able to, so there's a line out for Morocco, an attacking line out. They've been very good at this part of the game, just outside the 22-meter area of Kenya, and Kenya will have to get their defense right if they are to stop this Moroccan forward pack. Calling a full line out on Morocco. Abashri finds his man. Now trying to stop this running ball, but it's again the momentum on the side of Morocco. Moving forward on this Moroccan side, being controlled at the back. And the penalty advantage is there for Morocco if they need it. Still moving forward on this Moroccan side. It's all happening on the field. Now change of direction for Morocco. Morad Jadiri gets the offload away out the back of his hands to Ragibi. Still Morocco, who are 5 meters short of the Kenyan try line. Now Nefur taking the ball into contact. Can Kenya keep out Morocco here? Samuel Nasik waiting to get this ball out. The referee still playing advantage. Now Nasik change of direction to Jadiri, gets the pass long to the flanker, it's Samir Janoui. And the referee saying no try.
A little bit of consultation going on. There's been a yellow card. Yellow card there for Edmund Anya, the debutant there, former under-20 player for Kenya. Just having a look and figuring out exactly what happened there. I think it was a case of collapsing them all that the referee ruled. There was also the try that was disallowed. Lots of action, lots of things going on, things all over the place here. If you're confused, don't worry. It's just a game of great rugby that's going on here with Morocco with an attacking line-out on the 5-meter line in the Kenyan half. And I think we know exactly what's going to happen here, Johan.
It really is all happening. I think the only way Kenya know how to stop this is if they contest the ball at the line-out and try and win it. And now time is back on. 5 minutes left. 4 points the difference. So Morocco go over the top, but they've still managed to secure the ball. And now Kenya driving them backwards. And eventually the ball goes to ground, but Morocco lose it forward. And Kenya survive a little bit longer, but they only have the 14 players on the field. Are they able to go for the next 5 minutes and to keep their lead, rather? They find themselves deep in trouble inside their own half on the 5-meter line. Damn, we've certainly been entertained here in Casablanca.
Absolutely, absolutely. As you said, Morocco coming and definitely bringing it. People were concerned that they wouldn't be able to rise up to this level. Here at home, they're showing that they've got the passion, showing that they've got the skills, showing that they've got that desire to qualify for the World Cup.
Doing well to keep that ball front. Samson Somo now gets it out to his fly half. And he sends the ball downfield. This is not going to find touch though. It's into the hands of the try scorer from the first half, Kadiri. But Kenya very, very quickly up in the fence. Now trying to keep Kadiri up in the air. Eventually manages to wrestle his way to the ground. Nasik out. No numbers for Morocco down that left-hand side as it goes to Lali taking the ball into contact. Nasik gets it out again. And then intercepted by Kenya into the hands of Tony Opondo. And Kenya have taken this ball in and it's been held up, so it will be a scrum for Morocco. And still the nerves continue for the Kenyan bench.
Great game of rugby. Everyone watching here on Quest is thoroughly entertained as we are as commentators, and as entertained as this fantastic crowd that is out here watching this slightly overcast. Look at that, the crowd is on at their tenterhooks. They're worried about this team. Will they be able to pull it off here with just under 3 minutes? 3 minutes of play going on here, just under 3 minutes, with Kenya leading 28 over Morocco 24.
Morocco go back on the attack with 2.5 minutes left. Scrappy from the Morocco, but it's been cleared now by Morad Jadiri. One score will put Morocco back in the lead, and it's been lost forward by Ismail Nasik. He's been very good for them. Unfortunately, just not able to hold on to the ball there. And it's the Kenyan bench with Ian Snook on the side there, looking on anxiously, as is the Moroccan bench as well. It's been a thrilling encounter, and it's going down right to the wire. Morocco are playing to keep their chances of progressing to the World Cup alive. They've already had the one draw, dropping points there. A defeat here could sink them in this competition. They are into the final 2 minutes now, with Samson and Somo again waiting to feed. And no surprises that Ian Snook has not opted to bring too many replacements on, especially not the debutants. Don't want to expose him in a situation like this. Somu now gets the ball out. He gets the pass away to Kinyangi. This is good work from the Kenyan side, but they lose the ball in the contact situation. Max Muriuki not able to hold on to it.
We've had some great passages of play in this game, and we also had a few that haven't quite met those standards. And this is one with a few knock-ons here and there. Indication of the nerves, indication of the high stakes that are involved Both teams keen to qualify. As you said, Morocco are having dropped points, or some might say possibly gained points against Zimbabwe at that game in Harare at the Machinery Exchange. And Kenya coming into this game and wanting to be that dominant side, thinking that they would come in and beat Morocco. Morocco definitely coming and rising to the challenge. So as we head into the final minute of this game, all to win for both sides. Definitely all to play for.
More seconds being eaten up on the clock here. Smile the stick saying that Kenya shoving in too early. So now a second opportunity. Smile the stick to feed ball. Backline line up on the left hand side. Now the ball is in. Kenya coming through strongly. The strong scrum coming from Kenya, and the referee saying that looks like he said the ball wasn't in straight, but then the advantage would have gone the way of Kenya. I think he said that the ball came out of the tunnel, and of course it has to come out behind the front row's feet. So he sets again for another scrum, and more seconds being eaten up on the clock. Kenya won't mind this too much. Morocco with it all to do to win this game.
And you can hear the crowd. The crowd are willing the Moroccan team on, willing them on, because this is a great opportunity. If Morocco were to win this game, this would be a big, big upset.
Now Smile the stick gets the ball out, and it's still Morocco with the one-player advantage. Tevenot with the strong run down the middle. Now space for Morocco to work with down this left-hand side. Mohamed Kadiri with the good run. Looking to follow up from that try that he scored in the first half. Into the big captain's hands, Hussein Arabat. Opting to use the back line now. Throw it wide to Murad Jadiri. Finds on his outside Lekini with the good step, but then he's smothered in the tackle by Andrew Makori. Nasik now again. Kenya quickly up in defense. Nafir, the man driving this ball forward for Morocco. Morocco working hard to get this ball out. A few numbers for Morocco down the left-hand side, but Ryan Reset is deciding to run it down the middle. Again, a few numbers available. Again goes to the try scorer, Kadiri. Stops short, just short of the 22. Kenya's defense holding firmly at the moment. They'll also look to not give away a penalty here. I'm expecting this to be the final play of this game. Nervy moments for both sides here. Who is going to hold on? Morocco deciding to keep it close at the moment. Drawing in a few defenders. Kenya not committing too many numbers at the breakdown. And now Kenya to stop that little bit of momentum of the Moroccan side. Oh, and then it's again Nasik who loses the ball forward. And that is that absolute delight for the Kenyan side. Smile Nasiki's been very good in his delivery, but unfortunately for the little scrum off, 2 knock-ons in the final few minutes of this game. And it's Kenya who have picked up a victory in their first game of the competition.
It's been an absolute humdinger thriller of a game. Some disappointed faces out here, but absolutely rising to their feet to thank the players for a great game of rugby, to celebrate them, because this has been a great showcase of rugby. It's been a good game. It's been fantastic out here in Morocco.
Yeah, and this defeat will hurt a little bit for Morocco. They've worked very hard. Unfortunately for them, they weren't able to pull off the victory. Yeah, the full-time score here in Casablanca, it's Kenya who've started their campaign on a winning note. They've managed to beat Morocco 28-24.
Definitely a great game of rugby out here in the Gold Cup. the 2018 Gold Cup. This is the qualification tournament for Africa for the World Cup.
How to enjoy free world-class football anytime and anywhere? It's so easy. Just download and install the Kwese iFlix app and register with us. Select the VIP subscription option that suits your pocket and never miss another game. Kwese iFlix. It's the freshest lineup of sport and entertainment on your mobile, anytime, anywhere.
Every 4 years, the world's greatest competitors represent their countries in immortal combat. There are a select few who rise above the rest and become heroes. And there are those who fall and become villains. The choice is yours. Whose side are you on? The 2018 FIFA World Cup Russia. Let the games begin.
Kwese iFlix is here, bringing you the freshest lineup of live streaming and on-demand sports and entertainment. Simply download and register to get instant access to a huge selection of free sports, movies, reality shows, and more. Join the VIP circle and get a 1-day, 3-day, 7-day, or 30-day VIP pass to enjoy premium entertainment. Kwese iFlix. Download the app now.
This is gonna be fun.
This is the greatest thing that's ever happened.
Amazing.
Boom. It was great.
It's happening. Yes! We did it!
Ding, 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 ding! You win a teddy bear!
Steve Harvey got a new show.
With Kwese TV, you get so much more. Subscribe now and don't miss out on all the exciting content we have to offer. Visit any of these stores to pay for your Kwese TV subscription and choose between a 3-day, a 7-day, and a monthly subscription package. If that's not enough, as an added bonus, you can enjoy the app at no additional cost. So subscribe today. Kwese, beyond TV. Terms and conditions apply.
It's been a great game of rugby here in Morocco, in Casablanca, at the Coq Stadium, with Morocco 24, Kenya 28. A humdinger, thrill of a game. Morocco's second game of this tournament, having drawn 23-all. Next week we've got Kenya versus, well, next week in fact we've got Morocco versus Namibia, and we have Kenya versus Zambia. That's going to be an absolutely big game then. Big games of rugby coming up next weekend in the Rugby Africa Gold Cup. This tournament is the tournament that determines which team from Africa, other than South Africa, is going to qualify for the 2019 World Cup in Japan. Japan is where the African teams want to head off to. We had a previous result today. Namibia 118-0 over Tunisia, and a reminder of our great score here in Casablanca. Morocco 24, Kenya 28.
Standing by with the victorious Kenyan coach. Coach, a nervy few moments for you, but you pulled it through. How do you feel about that performance?
Yeah, well, obviously we're very, very smiley at the moment. We're a little bit worried right towards the end, and obviously we had to play a lot of footy to actually get in front in the end. So could have gone either way. We're obviously delighted the way it went.
Credit to this Moroccan side as well. They've turned up to this competition, only promoted last year, but they certainly have good quality in their side as well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they've got big, strong players. They're direct. They're obviously well organised. They know what they want to do. And we knew what we had to deal with, and on lots of occasions we weren't good enough to deal with it.
Next weekend, another big one as you take on Zimbabwe. Things that you need to address in this upcoming week?
We haven't got a week, won't be long enough to address it all. But there's certain things that I'm sure we'll improve on. We're pretty happy. We haven't had a warm-up game, and so that was our first game really, so we'll hopefully get better next week.
Congratulations on the win, Coach.
Thank you very much.
Victorious Kenyan coach there, and now we have the victorious Kenyan captain as well, Davis Chenge. Davis, a nervy few moments for you out there as well, but you managed to pull it through. What did you say to your players to keep them calm, especially in those final 5 minutes when Morocco kept coming at you?
I just told them to keep cool heads, stay to the systems, don't go on their own missions, stay as a unit and be able to get a victory, and you are able to do that.
You started the game very well with that opening score, but it seemed like you went back into your shell a little bit. What went wrong during that first half?
I think a couple of errors towards the middle of the game, and also the Morocco came hard at us, put us under pressure, forced a lot of mistakes on our sides, which a little bit affected us, but we were able to rise above it in the second half and got the victory.
You came to Morocco looking for the 4 points, looking for the win to keep the hope of going to Japan next year alive. What other areas do you need to address to continue making a statement here and to be able to lift the trophy and go to Japan next year?
I think we haven't done pretty well in the set pieces. They were a little bit let down for us. We need to polish that, and I think we'll be able to get through to the World Cup.
Thank you very much. Well done today, and good luck with the rest of the tournament.
Okay, thank you.
Now we are standing by with the Moroccan skipper, and unfortunately the results not going your way today. What went wrong out on the field today?
C'était un bon jour, mais qu'est-ce qui s'est mal passé aujourd'hui?
Ben voilà, on dit qu'il y a toujours un vaincu et un vainqueur. Aujourd'hui on est vaincu, mais voilà, dans nos têtes on est vainqueur parce que voilà, on fait beaucoup d'erreurs sur des petits détails. On sait que les Kenyans, voilà, il suffit qu'un ballon perdu, ça attaque directement, ça joue très rapide. On les voit à 7 comment ils jouent, sur des offloads, sur plusieurs choses. Et voilà, voilà, ils ont gagné le match par rapport à plusieurs petits détails. Disons qu'on leur donne le match. Voilà.
Okay, so we say that there is a loser and there is a winner. Today we lose, but in our head we are a winner. We make a lot of mistakes in this game. This is why we lose this match. Okay, so it was a great game. Sorry. It was a great game, hard game, with a lot of game, but we lose. So we will prepare the next game the well possibly, please.
Thank you very much. Hard luck today and good luck with the rest of the tournament. And that is it from here in Casablanca. The news here is that Kenya have started their campaign on a winning note. And make sure that you stay tuned into Kwese Sports and join us for the rest of the Rugby Africa Gold Cup in 2018.
then we take an enormous bite. Oh my goodness!
They love elves.
What? This was way more Yosemite Sam throwing his hat down and stomping on it.
I'm giving you points here.
Come on.
Ice, red deer.
Hold it back, hold it back. Worry about who's on the court, and maybe you'll get a win in a nationally televised game.
Whoa.
Did you know you can watch your favorite TV shows and sports games on the go with an active Kwese TV subscription? Simply download the Kwese TV app. Wait for the app to automatically install. Open the Kwese TV app and register with your account number so that we can verify your subscription.
Let's give it a whirl.
Find what you want, press play, and watch for free.
Kwese TV is keeping you company anytime and anywhere. With your favorite shows and non-stop sporting events. So find what you want and press play on the Kwese TV app.
Right now we are on Red Elizabeth Orphanage School. We are coaching our children rugby with my volunteers from Bubes Pride. Tomorrow we are going to have a tournament. Today's coaching was really a bit of fun. They are having a good session, good coaches, they are training them. They are really happy, they are enjoying it.
In rugby, you always have your team. Again, it's like your family, so you always have support.
I'm so overwhelmed, I'm so happy and humbled by everybody's turn up, and people are happy, they've all eaten, they've enjoyed the game. It's been a big success.